I decided to come down on a stop. As you know, I love walking because I need to complete my 10,000 steps. And if you watch my previous video on the health mode turned on, you'd see how much I love jogging in the morning. But this morning I didn't jog because I wanted to get ready early in the morning so that we can go to the airport straight and give you all a more better view. I apologize for my hair being really like messed up because of the wind, and today's like a windy-ish sunny day, and like you can actually see how the summer has actually started because like there's no more cool wind, and you can see like there's lots of cars over here, and like over here the slots are empty, so it's like quite cool. And I'm gonna continue walking, and when I reach the airport I'll create another vlog on that, and I hope you enjoyed it. As you can see, this is the view around me, and now I'm currently gonna take the bus to head towards the airport. Overall it's quite like a windy-ish day, and I hope you've somehow had a good day as well. It's a good idea to drink so much water given that it's almost summer. Just sat in the bus and we're on our way to the airport, and basically you can see how the view looks like. So we're heading towards the way, and then the bus is really shaky, which is making my camera be really shaky as well. We finally arrived at the airport. One of my friends is like actually going to the airport, so I decided to use the QR code, and this is basically the idea of keeping yourself like more safer. So don't forget to click in the QR code once you enter a We're going to start off with the departures hall first. So I'm going to show you all a good view before we go to the other areas of the airport. So we've arrived at the departure hall, and this is how it looks like. So as you can see, the view is quite empty, and this is how it looks from the bottom. There's like an escalator over here. And then if you're familiar with the airport, you'd know this is actually the departure hall. So like usually there'd be like a lot of people, but then as you know, like COVID issues, you know, it's like less crowded. You have to make sure that when you come to the airport, you're taking full precautions, because like there's like a higher risk of getting infected when you get to the airport. So now we're gonna go this direction. Now of course you can use like the footpath, or you can take the escalator. So we're gonna go through this way so that my camera is more steady and I can show you all a much more better view of the airport. So for me, it's been really long since I've came to the airport, so I think it's a really nice view. I actually came because one of my relatives are gonna leave, so I decided that before I drop off my relative, I'd like show you all a good view. It's so empty. Oh my god, I can't believe this is the airport. Like if you've ever come to the airport before, which I'm sure all of you must have, you'd probably realize how like crowded the airport would usually be, and now it's so empty. Wow, just look at that, everybody. This is just shocking. You can see like people are still sitting over here, so like of course people still taking the planes, but it's not as crowded as it usually is. This is like everybody's favorite McDonald's. Now when I come to the airport, I just love having McDonald's because it's just, I don't know, it's just a really nice feeling. Like comparing the McDonald's in Yatong and the airport, like I don't know, it's not the food quality that changes, it's just the vibe, because the one in the airport, the vibe is so much better. This is the lift over there, that's the lift area. It's like basically the place where people would enter, and as you can see, again, as usual, it's very empty, and even like majority of the seats are like unoccupied.
This is an important announcement from the Department of Health. To prevent the spread of COVID-19,
it's kind of like boring to want myself, because it's just like a very sad vibe overall. This is like the announcement coming from the airport. See, this is like the departure area. So you can see how empty that is as well. Here you can see there's like a little bit more people. So you can see this one is not currently in operation. And like there's also a little notice over here. So basically all of the people who are going to different areas, it's not gonna be in K and L. Still there's like some seats over here, but then people sitting here, like their flights are not gonna go through those. So I just wanted to show you a view. This is like actually a new part of the airport. So you can see behind me as well, it's super duper empty. And you can see the view over here, like the people. You can see the ceiling itself is very new. When like I go towards the other area, you'd see the ceiling on the other side is different. So this is basically the new extension that they have created. And as I've said, like, so you remember the ceiling I was talking about? So comparing this ceiling, and now we're moving towards like the older part of the airport. So just look at the difference in the ceiling, and you'd already see how the extension of the airport is different. So starting from this point, now we're entering like the old extension. You can already see like the difference in the ceiling. If you've ever been to the airport before, so as I've said, this is the new extension, and on this side we're like on the old extension. So this was basically the last toilet area that you'd see in your airport, but now that they've extended it, so the toilet would be somewhere over that end. Yeah, so you can see this human being is entering the toilet, but this is not the purpose of my vlog. So I'm going to show you. So basically on that end I've showed you like the different arrival areas. Wait, where am I going? Where's my finger? Okay, I mean, in any case, this is the departure side, so I'm showing you all a better view on the departure area. So this is how it looks like. So as you can see, they've added like more different displays. And these are like e-security gates. So if you've been to the airport quite recently, if you're trying to have departure, this is like how the passengers would first enter. And like basically they've updated it with more technology actually. So if you're not sure, technically, basically in these gates, you're gonna like scan your travel document, and then you've got to scan your boarding pass, and then at the end you've got to scan your face. So this makes it much more easier for like the security department to like let passengers in through. And these are like, as I've said, the e-security gates. So this is how it looks like. So although they have a lot of e-security gates, overall it's really empty. This is like the inner view. And then over there we have the McDonald's. And also you can notice how like lots of shops over there, it's like closed. Now it's either because they don't get profit, or I don't know, maybe they just don't want to operate it. So this is how it looks like. So this is like a relatively new shop, but as you can see it's also closed. We've got like the Global Exchange over there, which is also closed. And then on this side we have like a few other new shops, which is also currently out of operations. And then over there we've got like Muji to go, but like only one part of the shop is open. And then I believe this is a bank, which is also closed. However, there are a few shops over there that is continuing in operations, but most of the shops, like the banks, and then like partly of this shop is closed, and then Fortress itself is also closed. And then over there, that is like a electronic shop, which is also currently out of operations. However, our favorite McDonald's is still operating. So I will get you all a better view once we get there. 7-Eleven is also operating as usual. So basically that was Terminal A on that end, and that was Terminal L, I believe, on the other end. So we've just walked our way through, and now we're heading upstairs to see how the view looks like. Hey guys, so we finally managed to get through the top. This is the top beautiful view, so I'm going to go towards the front. Over there on top there's like other shops as well. So this is the view. Also Choiwa restaurant, which is currently closed. And then we've got the McDonald's over there, so you've got to scan the QR code again. That was the escalator that we came through. And this is another restaurant, which is the Lime Garden, which is also currently out of operation. So I've just finished my quick meal at McDonald's, and I'm back to my section at E. And I've like just dropped by my relatives, so I'm deciding to quickly move around the airport, and this is basically the view. So I'm currently going to go downstairs, and I'm going to show you how the atmosphere and the overall environment looks like, although it's pretty much the same thing. But in any case, feel free to hop on a few seconds just to see the view of how the airport looks like below this floor. As you can see, this is basically how the shops look like, so it's really empty overall. And this is how the airport generally looks like. So we're currently outside HSBC, so this is basically me. And this is basically the washroom area. And this is basically the fortress. So I'm currently still on the first floor, and I'll be heading downstairs after going to the washroom really quickly. And hey guys, so this is basically how the view looks like from downstairs. So this is how it looks like. As I've said, it's nothing different because generally it's the same thing. So below, it's basically the arrival hall, so that's basically where people would come back from different countries. And also, it's like the restaurants are pretty much closed as it was upstairs. So this is basically the trains to the Asia World Expo, and like inside over there they have like the Airport Express. And again, of course, before you actually go inside, you've got to like scan the QR code here, and then like there you have to do like a lot of tests to make sure that you're fit before going to the Airport Express. And if you are quite familiar with Airport Express, it generally links to the MTR station. So if you'd have to go to, I believe it's like Hong Kong and Changi, I believe. I hope that's right. Also, in like the Airport Express, you'd be able to get like free Wi-Fi as well. Also, like in this hall, you can see like there's like departure check-ins, arrival information. So like you can see how they have like the airplane initials, also with different terminal letters written. So it makes things more easier for all the passengers. So moving ahead, I'm going to show you how the view looks like. Now here, you can see that they have like different testing sensors over here. So this is like for the airport staff. It's usually not for common people. And this is basically the second floor, and if you go downstairs, you'd be able to go to the floors underneath.